I'm going to try to explain this simply and even give you an example of how it would present in real life, that struggle between heart and mind, or mind and mind. Also, I will tell you about the book that you said you already have, how to use this book to understand this concept deeper. By the way, my name is Anya, and I teach people about consciousness and spirituality. I'm the author of this book, and I'm able to teach people on TikTok for free because I sell my book here on TikTok Shop. So the paper version is available on TikTok Shop. Spiritual self-help book not only describes a groundbreaking insight about identity and how to interrupt repeating patterns, also offers you a process I call identity work that I created to get to those really deeply buried subconscious thoughts that inform and drive all of your repeating events that keep attracting the same experience into your life. So first of all, you're asking me where in the book you can find that information about that struggle between heart and mind. The whole book is about identity. That part of you that feels like you, that feels like your desire, that feels like your reaction, but actually isn't one thing, it's two things. Who you are, or what we call heart. It is your true self, or your self that longs for certain things, that wants certain things, plus conditioning. So the whole book is about how you get into this predicament, why it looks so real, why when you look outside you see proof of it, how to untangle your true self from the conditioning. In the third part of the book, once you have an insight, right, about a certain chunk of your experience, how to start living from a place that is informed by something new and not by the reaction to what is already in place. How to get into that heart place and hold it unconditionally, even in the presence of the proof that your desire is impossible. And allow that heart, like I said in the first video, to push the boundaries of the world, to invite other thoughts in, to show you a new path. Mind would get on board and start helping you creating the kind of life that you want. And I say that the mind never struggles against the heart but struggles against itself. It's because at some point every one of us got scared. We were either scared from the beginning, being born into this world where a lot of people are not okay. We were scared by very real abuse, accidents, all kinds of things. And for us to navigate this life or to be safe at the times when we felt the most vulnerable, really, usually this happens early on as we are growing up, as we actually are in vulnerable positions in our life. The mind decides, okay, this is how we're going to play this game. For you to be safe in your father's house or in your mother's house or in this world, in your community, you have to embrace certain things about yourself. Maybe that you are a victim, or maybe that suffering buys you love. Maybe that love can only come from people who reject you. This is what I call your I am. It's the part of the mind that went really deep and is holding certain thoughts without ever releasing them. Some thoughts that we have, conscious thoughts, right, come and go, come and go. But these thoughts don't go anywhere. And these thoughts that we perceive as who we are merge with our sense of who we are, with our desire, with our heart, with the imagination of God in human form, which you are. Tangle this desire with conditions. Suppose you're a person like me with enough miles on you and you've had like several relationships that came before and everything fails, everything falls apart. Then the next time a person comes along and they kind of sort of fit the pattern too, but there's this desire. The mind says, oh, pay attention, you know, this is dangerous. Last 5 times you failed. But you're like, oh, but my heart wants to love them. My heart wants to bite this line, hook, and sinker, or whatever that's called. And that is what we call the struggle between heart and mind, right? Usually. But it's the struggle between conscious mind and the conditioned mind entangled with the heart's desire. A heart that is starved for love and is willing to do anything, engage with any conditions in order to get the love. Now, what would happen if I do identity work and I detach my desire? I honor my desire. I say, this is real. I, as a person who is having this human experience, I deserve all love. I deserve all prosperity. I want it. I want to create it in my life. I want to be real in the world. I don't have to get it from people who reject me, or I don't have to reform addicts in order to get it. And you detach from the part of the mind that is holding on so tightly because it is trying to protect you and heal you from that old trauma that happened in the back. When you meet an opportunity for love in your life, the heart says, oh, yes, I want this, but not on these terms. It doesn't give itself up. It doesn't get scared. It stays present. It doesn't see itself as bound by the old conditions of the identity anymore. I am whole. I don't really need love, but I desire love. I am love itself. I'm not separate from God. I am not separate from another human being. I'm okay. My experience might be hungry for something, but I'm okay. It's like, being hungry, but watching what you eat and saying, I could eat that, but I'm going to choose what is going to give me, the body that I want or lessen inflammation. In the past, before you detach from that mind concept that your consciousness holds as self, that mask that you've put on, you might see an opportunity for love. This person comes in and you clearly see that things are going way too fast, that this person has made up an idea of you in their mind and you like them, but they are going at it like a freight train, 100 miles per hour. And you have this thought, whoa, I like this person. They could be a part of my reality, but it's going too quickly. If there's a part of me that is scared to lose love because it feels disconnected from love, mind-based idea of self, you're going to ignore what the conscious mind is saying because you're going to say, we can't afford to slow things down. This is my only opportunity to be loved. The alternative for you is either the hope of that completeness or like, oh my God, abyss and desperation. Now, after detaching from identity, you would be like, I am connected to a deep sense of well-being and love. I can afford to love this person and set a boundary. And that's when your heart and mind begin working together. And you invite that person to join you in that presence. And they do or they don't. If they don't, they aren't aligned with you to begin with, right? That's where the pattern breaks. That is when you begin creating on a different trajectory. I hope this was helpful. Get this book, maybe get it for friends, recommend it, review it if you've got it. I appreciate all of you and sending you so much love, wishing you alignment between your hearts and your minds. Check this out on TikTok Shop.